They're going to try and do a bit of bifacing. All I've got is an old copper hammer. I haven't got anything else really worn down to the metal up here. You see that? I haven't really got anything else that I can use for bifacing. No red deer around here. These nodules I picked up over in the field just now, and a lot of the field stuff tends to be heavily cracked. I mean, I can already see it's going to be a massive cone in there, but hopefully there might be something in here. It might just fall apart because they tend to be, where they've been on the surface for years, they tend to be quite frost shattered, but we'll see. Right. See what the material's like. I can already hear it's cracked in there. That first tap gave it away that this thing's got cracks. You can hear it's hollow, but it's really nice material, as you can see. But I think that this is probably going to fall apart, which does happen a lot. I can already see a big crack running through there, but we'll just see what we can get. It does sound really hollow. All the flakes are stopping dead on that crack that's running through there at the moment. So try another plan of attack. Sounds more and more hollow all the time. More cracks. Yeah, this isn't looking good, this one. Keep going. Don't know what we can get from it. Might get nothing. It might just be that one crack running through it. But it's bad. Just the braiding with a hammer. Trying to get underneath that crack. You can see it in there. It's bad. It sounds so hollow. Hopefully that crack may be just on the surface. The angle it's running at. It's a bit risky, but we'll carry on. Still can't get under it. What did that do? Yeah, I really don't like the sound of this. Another crack running through there. Yeah. And you can hear. Apart from that, it's flaking really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. Quite nice material. Not much of a gloss to it. Look underneath the cortex. We need to work out what's going on with that crack. First and foremost. I need to be sending flakes the other way, but I can't get underneath that crack at the moment. We'll try again and see if we can force it off. And there it goes. Some of these pieces I'm going to be able to use again. I wonder if I can get that whole thing in half. Got a load to lose off. It sounds hollow. Try and come back the other way. Some of these spools are going to make really good arrowheads. Right lateral points. Look at that crack, it runs all the way. It's like this is in two halves, this piece. Wow, that's what we call a spool. It's actually a pot lid. A huge pot lid. We've still got some cracks running through this. We're going to have to lose a load of width. Let's see what we got. It's already really thin. Got to try and work out what of this I can use, because there's still a few cracks and I don't want them to expand. So I'm going to get rid of a load of the width. Hell of a shape here. It's quite handy because it's removing concrete as I go. longest I can, which I think is going to be up the centre here, if I can get that, but it means removing that curve, but hopefully it'll work up to the Cortex material, which will do us a favour. Really hope there's no cracks through the centre. This material I'm removing is no good. It's all in the way. It's all pits and hollows and humps, and I've just got to try and get as flat a piece out of this as I can. And I'll work up to the Cortex, that being the best material. Hopefully that will be the cleanest as I go. And we might end up with something. The Cortex material is beautiful and glossy, look. Beginning to send ones out into the piece now. Still can't really send any flakes back the other way yet. Maybe can now. Big long flake right through, took all that back hump off, beginning to get flat now, well on this side, which is what I'm currently working on. I'll try and retain as much of this top material as I can really. Come on. reinforcing that edge. Yeah, that was nice. Again, right through the back. That was good. This side not looking fantastic yet. He's quite a good one here, like that. Oh, no. Come on. That would have been really good. That was very nice, that last one. I need to come in here. Excellent. We'll hit in a minute. Nice. Getting really wide now. Still need to clean this face up, but let's get this one sorted first. Drop that edge right down. So now hopefully I can maybe drive out around here and clean this end up a bit. Might be a little bit premature, but let's give it a go. Hit it and see what happens. Nope. Yep. Need to strengthen there. Try and straighten up through that front. Still can't really get back across onto this face, although this face is beginning to look a lot better. Hammer just braiding with the edge, just taking off any little weak spots. Oh yeah, that's good. Taking that edge up. It's like a continuous edge. And there's that little hump here. Hopefully I'll be able to drive a flake and stop it off around here somewhere. Exactly where I wanted it. Yeah, they don't always go like that. And raise this edge. Here. See if I can get a little one across here. Just a little one. Just like that. We've got a load of smashed area up here where ploughs hit it out in the field, so we're going to have a look at that, but we're already uber thin and it's a pretty big biface. We can clean all the centre up, no problem, because this side is running really nice long flakes. I can get right out into the centre pretty much. This side at the moment, this end is a little bit low, which is why it's stepping here. Might also be a fracture in there, an old fracture, but I'll try and get on that in a second. This is so wide at the moment, I've virtually got no convexity, it's just flat. And I've just noticed here as well, there's a cone where something's hit it when it's been out in the field, so that might cause us a few issues later on. I'll try and get that gone actually. Try and bring this tip back up a little bit. That couldn't have gone better. This stuff flakes so beautifully. It's just a dream. What I have just noticed is coming from this cone, there's a fracture. There's another little one up here. They look like they're running under the cortex, which is an issue. Let's see what happens. Either way, I've got to get rid of this little bump. Hopefully we'll start to really clean it up then. So I'm raising the edge up now. So I'm removing material off this face. And that's lifted my edge up. So now I can drive, hopefully, big flake and try and remove some of that lump. See how I've dropped it down? See that? So I can get at that lump on the back. Now if this goes well, hopefully this is going to be a pretty big flake. It should go off like a gunshot. Like that. Huge, great big flake. Right out into the centre. And that's really thinned it. Got to take a little bit off the end, but it's getting really thin now. Risky, bit risky. Yeah, pretty big. That couldn't really have gone much better. Worried about the crack through here. I don't know if it's just on the surface or whether it's going right into the piece. I can't see it this side. I see a little bit of it here. I just really hope it doesn't go anywhere else. But we'll see. There's another small crack running through here, but I think that's just when this massive flake just popped off then. I think it possibly... No, it had nothing to do with that. But that's a lovely arrowhead flake. It's got it so thin. Now, I really have to plan my next strikes because this is really, really thin now. I'm a braid with a braider for the first time because wow, that is so thin, scarily thin. Really cleaning it up now. Ooh. Really love the colour of the material along here, really nice. Bit of work to do on that end, but that end is all busted up. You can see where the plough's been into it. So we're going to have to see what we can do here. That's perfect. And that was really good. Really happy with that, how those series of strikes came out then. We really are going so thin here. This is really dangerous times. Getting really thin. That massive flake dished it slightly through the centre, which might help me, but might not. We'll see. No. Yeah. I might have to stop this soon because I'm beginning to lose the light and I don't really want to break this one. My trusty awful old hammer doing the business. Wow, we're getting so thin on this end. I've got to be really careful. Don't end shock, come on. That's pretty good. I really don't like the fact that that end is a bit of concrete, as you can see, the grey in there. That's right where the brake is, or where that plough's hit it. That one little tap then helped a lot because it removed a load of the cortex, so I get a cleaner strike like that. So now I've rolled into it, that's really helped. And that one, get another little one out of there. Like that. Now hopefully I can come back like that, and that's got rid of the concrete. It's a really glancing blow I'm giving it because I don't want to end shock this. I need to clean some of that cortex off so that I can get a better strike. Hit with the metal and not the copper. Lovely. It's after me. I'm a little bit too crazy then with the chipping.